Welcome back, everyone, to the sixth episode of Fire Lane Podcast. My name is Moses, and I'm here with my wife, Brenda.
Moses? When did your name change?
Moses.
Well, welcome,
So say
everyone.
it in English.
Welcome back. Super excited to be here in the little calendar room.
It's not the little calendar room.
I think it sounds pretty cool. I don't know.
Guess.
Anyways, so yeah.
It's just a room.
So
that has a tiny calendar that you gave me.
Sixth episode.
When I have a calendar in my phone, I don't even use that. It's like... Anyway, I want to thank you all for listening, for following us. We have an Instagram now.
Yay!
So go ahead and golf clap.
Golf clap.
So go ahead and follow us. Do the plug, babe?
What?
Do the plug.
What plug?
You can follow us on Instagram at Fireland Podcast or on Facebook and listen to our podcast on Podbean.
There you go,
That's a plug.
guys. Yeah, new Instagram. Thank you so much for everybody who's been following us and the new followers. We really appreciate it. We would love to hear your feedback. And yeah, sixth episode today. What are we talking about?
Well, it's Sunday after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
The love is gone.
It's not gone.
Teddy bears are lonely. Teddy bears are being ripped to shreds. The ones that were never sold. You gotta think about those things, babe. Think about all the people that didn't buy that big teddy bear that one girl wanted from her boyfriend, but her boyfriend was like, nah.
They're expensive.
Exactly.
But don't make this brutal.
I'm just saying.
Definitely chocolates are probably already like half off.
Yeah, that's what you love. You love chocolates.
Yeah.
But the topic of today's podcast is...
What happens after Valentine's Day?
Well, not what happens, but like what happens and then how to keep that Valentine's Day feel throughout the year instead of just one day a year.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, one day a year, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. But then it's a relationship. It's not... The relationship is not once a year. It's a lifetime.
And like you said, it also like friendships and, like it's not just couples.
Yeah, I love, like, friendships.
Friendships?
French fries. A lot of people love French fries.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they got for Valentine's Day. And I like, hey, I can get you a big teddy bear, but I could get you a French fry.
No.
For $1. No?
No. Listen, but the reason why we really wanted to go ahead and talk about this is just, like, my husband always says that we've gone a long way, right?
Very much. It's a long road.
Okay, don't say it like that.
10 years to go. Okay. No, but I like to say that our worst part in our relationship, I believe, has already passed and we survived it. And it was at the very beginning of a relationship. I don't know how the heck we made it to that, but it was all the Lord.
I know how.
It was the Lord.
Not that we've gone through the worst, but I know that if we went through that and got through it, like anything else that comes our way, like we're not gonna have such a big challenge in overcoming it.
Yeah.
So the reason why we want to share this with you guys is just that we believe that in every relationship there's hope. Like Valentine's Day is awesome and you love getting those flowers from your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, and those big teddy bears that they did buy or those chocolates. But like it's more to it, right?
To a relationship, yeah.
So we want to share what we went through to see if like maybe we can help at least one couple make their relationship work, because a lot of like marriages end up in divorce nowadays and that sucks.
And also just a warning or like a caution or take everything that we say with a grain of salt, because we're not a perfect couple.
No.
We're just like everyone else. We fight.
Mm-hmm.
We get mad at each other. Sometimes we don't want to be around each other. But we get through that because we know that it's a partnership in the end. And we're in this together. Like Bad Bunny says, ni la muerte nos va a separar. However he says it.
Oh my gosh. You had to incorporate Bad Bunny into this, right?
That's like, because that's my mentality. I've never heard, like, yeah, they say till death do us apart or whatever. But then he says, ni la muerte nos va a separar. They're like,
No.
oh, snap. That's real. That's deep.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to start it off?
Sure. You want to start off with our story?
No, what do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Some of our listeners already know our story.
Our story after we started
No?
going out to the nitty gritty of what happened. The truth.
We're making it seem like it was so horrible. It wasn't. Okay, it was horrible for you.
Yeah. Well, you also, like, had to understand my longest relationship before you was 6 months.
Wow.
And then after that, it was a 3-year break.
Yeah.
Of nothing.
Yeah. We've heard that in like 3 episodes already.
Did you?
But okay, so after our whole dating stuff, like started to date and stuff, we did go through a lot just because at that point, I don't want to say I was a party girl, but I did party a lot. And it's just because I didn't party a lot like through my high school, or I don't feel like I did through my high school years, so
You were having a midlife crisis at 25 years old.
I came to El Paso and I was like, wow, the party city. Ooh.
Before Fit Fam.
Before Fit Fam. I'm glad, like, now I don't party because, man, I think I would have ended up in a lot of those videos. Honestly. Don't, you're just shaking your head like, yeah.
What do you want me to say? Deny? No, babe, no. You would never. I would have made sure you were never there.
But yeah.
But we did it together.
We did.
Yeah. We did party together and stuff. But there was a lot of differences in our way of viewing of, I guess, our plans. Like, when we were there, we didn't plan together.
Yeah.
We really had our separate ways. Like, I was super into the gym and music and stuff like that. And you were focused on school. And then in between, we, like, I guess, had a relationship.
And my job.
And your job.
Yeah. Like, we just focused on different things. I don't know. So it just, it just, like, stuff happened.
Yeah.
In every relationship that happens, right?
Sure. At the very beginning. I don't know.
Like, what are, I don't know.
But I just see it, that was a testing ground for us.
It was.
Yeah.
We definitely did, like, let go of a lot of friendships, toxic friendships that we had. Just because it didn't help our relationship. Right? And I feel like if you're in a committed relationship like that, you gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's not gonna work. Because there is toxic friends that you might not think they are, but they are.
Very much. So how do we keep the love going even through all of that?
Well, we first had to get through that. And I honestly, it has to do with you being so patient.
Who?
You.
Why?
Definitely patience is key. Just because you dealt with a lot. Like, I put Moises through so much.
It was like Navy SEAL training for relationships.
Definitely. Like, I did so much.
I think
So much.
I think we weren't even going out the first time you made me cry.
What?
Like we went out and it was the first time you like, I guess we fought or whatever, or you got mad at me. And like we were so angry at each other, I started crying.
I can't believe you just admitted that I made you cry.
Why?
But
Because I loved you.
you loved me.
Well, I love you.
But we did fight a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think more than normal.
Screaming.
More than the average couple. Like we fought a lot.
For real?
Yes. I think so. Like we were always fighting.
Well, not that we fought a lot. We did a lot of unnecessary fighting.
True.
Than normal couples. Like, the fighting was pointless.
And I admit it was all me.
I remember coming all the time. Like, every time that I went out with my friends, you didn't want me to. So you would, like, get mad at me through text. And I'll be like, oh, dang it. Now I have to go to make things right because I'm a man in a committed relationship. So I'll make things right. So go all the way to your apartment, 50,000 miles away to make things right. And most of the time it would be like another hour of yelling to each other. And then you crying. And me, I'm like just staring at you like, why are you crying?
Yeah. And then me feeling like, oh, he doesn't care about me because he's just like looking at me while I'm crying.
Yeah.
Yep. It was all for attention.
I know.
I think it's just that, like...
Now I know.
I feel like I was raised in a way where my family, and not just my parents, but, like, uncles and aunts, made me feel like I should be giving a lot of attention. Like, I should
Given?
Yeah, like, given a lot of attention. So, when you weren't with me, I wanted you with me.
Which is the reason why you even wanted to be with me. Because I didn't give you attention from the get-go. So you just want me for my attention.
So if you went out with your friends, I was like, what about me? Like, how come I didn't go? Why didn't you invite me?
Well, I would, but you were like, nah. I don't like your friends.
Not true, everyone.
I don't like your friends.
Some of them. Because there's some of your friends that I still talk to that are my friends now.
My sister doesn't count.
Your sister was not your friend.
Yes,
like, they
is.
know who they are. If they're listening to this, they'll be like, yeah, I'm that friend. They know who they are.
The ones that came out in Fit Fam? Quick shout out.
No.
We saw it. It cannot be unseen.
Oh, babe. But yeah, we did unnecessary fighting
over that. And then one huge thing that I would always do, and you fought me a lot on, was changing. I would always change for you. And you would be like, I cannot change. You have to love me for who I am. I can never change.
And that's another thing. Like, I think that we're, like, but we're being taught, like, don't change for anyone. They need to love you for who you are. Because I've heard that a billion times everywhere. They're like, you shouldn't change for anyone. But then now I realize that it's not change. Like, you're not really changing. You're growing into a better person for that significant other.
Don't change, improve.
Improve, exactly. So I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it like I needed to improve myself for you. I thought I was already like... Perfect.
You were.
I was not.
Yes, you were.
Why do you look scared right now?
I'm just saying it. So it could be recorded. But
yeah. So We both improved. Like, you did too.
I think you just felt like if you change, then you have no control.
Mm-hmm. I did. I didn't know, like, how can I say this? Like I felt like if I needed to change for you, then you didn't really love me. Like you said you did. It was just like test, like all test for you to see if you could handle Brenda.
Did I pass?
Definitely. Flying colors.
Sasquatch.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure people go through
What
that.
did I put you through?
Nothing really.
Was I an angel to you?
Were you? I don't know.
Like just to have a picture of how pointless fighting we had. There's if anyone ever goes to my mom's house.
No.
In the front door, there's a little smudge of stuff that doesn't belong there. That was filling. What was it? Wood filling or whatever?
Yeah.
A white wood filling.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I don't even know what we were fighting.
I have no idea either.
I just remember one thing that you always did that irritated me is that when we were fighting, you'd be like, "I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye." And you would leave and be like, "Where are you going? Why are you leaving? Blah, blah. We're not done." So you left. And this is the funny thing. I punched my mom's front door, made a hole in it. And this is like, I'm going to brag a little bit because I was impressed with myself. Like, I didn't know I could punch a hole through that door. Because it's not those flimsy, hollow ones. Like, it's a hardcore. It's a front door, so it's the strongest door in the house. And I punched the hole. And then the funny thing, you come back after you hear that sound. You're like, "What'd you do? Why are you so mad? You shouldn't be doing that." And you try to calm me down. Like, "Wait, why you leave?"
What did we fight about?
I don't know.
I remember your mom saying, like, "Why'd you make him so mad?" I was like, "I didn't do anything. He just got mad for nothing."
That sounds like her son.
But pointless. Like, I've heard from couples, like successful marriages, that you choose your battles, right? Like, sometimes we argue for nothing. Like, there's no point in arguing. But sometimes, like, there is, like, especially you, when you want to, like, make a point, you need to, like...
Like what?
Like, just not argue, but you make
drill it into your brain.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't, like, I'm just stuck in my own stuff, and I'm like, no, no, no. So if you stay your ground and you're like, listen, listen, and I listen, then I understand where you're coming from. So listening is huge too, right?
It's key.
It's key.
With communication.
Because sometimes, like, we listen, but we want to talk at the same time. And we've improved that with ourselves, right? Like whoever's talking talks, and once they're done, then the other person talks. Like, no, don't interrupt. Because you're not really listening. You're just waiting. You're just, like, thinking of what to say instead of listening to the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we've improved.
Very much. A lot. Now we talk more. Especially because of this podcast, we talk more.
Yeah.
We're open to each other more. And that's one thing that I really struggled with. Being open to you. And this is the reason why. Because how do I put this into words? And some men
nice words.
No, like, it's nice. It's nothing bad.
Oh.
I just want to put it into the proper words, I guess. But one thing I knew is that from the get-go, it didn't matter what the world thought of me. As long as you loved me and thought that I was the man of your dreams or whatever, I would be good.
Yeah.
So anytime I would open up to you, it would turn into like, well, you need to do this, and this. So then it would just bring me down even more. I guess. I think.
That's why you wanted to break up with me, huh?
I don't know.
By the way,
That's how bad it got.
He was gonna break up with me, he said. But I did break up with you like a billion times.
For dumb reasons.
And it was like, no, come back. I love you.
One time you didn't remember you broke up with me?
For real? Shut up. Don't say that. Did I really? And then?
It was a night you don't remember.
Oh, my birthday?
Yes.
When I went to see Morgan Page? Yeah. That was horrible. I broke up with you?
Yeah.
And then the next day
I got mad at you and
you.
you were like, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with you. It's over. Then you knocked out.
And then I called you the next day?
Yeah.
Like, hey, babe.
I'm sorry.
I left the gift for you on the couch. I remember you said that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, and I was like, a gift? What do you mean? And I still have that shirt.
See how much of an angel I was to you?
You were. Not that you were an angel, but you were very patient, very loving. And I have no idea why you still, like, stuck around. But that's how I know that you're my soulmate.
No, you told me because of the dreams that you had.
Let's not talk about the dreams.
I'm literally the man of your dreams.
You are. Literally, yeah.
But how do we keep it going?
We keep it going by having date nights.
Those are highly needed. Especially because if you're in a relationship and you have kids, it's very important to have time for each other. Because one thing that we believe in is that we show our love to our children by loving each other.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens a lot I think that's why now men and women are very set apart. Because maybe they didn't grow up with seeing their parents love each other. So that's why you see men like seeing women as pieces of meat.
Yeah.
And hollering at them at the clubs or whatever.
I hated that.
Because they didn't have a role model in their life.
Yeah, to teach them.
Like, hey, respect women. And I didn't either. I just learned it, I guess, through my mom. I don't know. I just grew up very much in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never was like, hey, hoochie mama. I never did that.
Hey, sexy.
Yeah, I never did that.
Yeah. Thank God. But yeah, we definitely have our date nights, which I love. And I feel like every couple, every marriage, even like best friends should have those nights.
Well, with friends, not date nights. Like just
not date nights, but
hanging out sessions.
Yeah, like
chilling and no Netflix at all.
Guys out or girls. And you don't necessarily have to go drink. Like, I always thought that girls' night out meant go to the bar or go to the club or go get drinks. But it's not even like that. Like, I've had a lot more fun having girls' day or girls' night doing other stuff that it doesn't involve any drinking. And obviously, I remember them a lot more. So, yeah.
But that whole drinking is a whole other topic that we can go on about.
I don't think so. Let's not make that a topic.
Why?
Anyways, back to
the Valentines.
what else? What else do we do?
So what did you say that we do that makes you feel like it's Valentine's? When it's not around Valentine's date.
I said, okay, so do you want me to tell them what I told you?
Yeah.
And I hope nobody gets offended by this. It's just the way I feel now, just because of where our relationship is. But I told them that, like, on Valentine's Day, we didn't really, like, celebrate it, right?
It was just another Thursday.
It was another Thursday, and I mean, we celebrated your sister's birthday because that's important. Like, we love celebrating birthdays, but we didn't celebrate Valentine's Day because I told them, like every month when we go out on our date nights, it feels like a Valentine's Day night to me.
There's no chocolates involved.
Sometimes there is.
Well, it depends on what we do.
Yeah. But it's just that quality time that we spend together. Or I've gotten flowers when it's just a Wednesday or when it's just a Tuesday. Like, you've brought me chocolate because I love chocolate, just because. Stuff like that. Like, we do things like that for each other, regardless of the holiday. So it wasn't important to me anymore that we celebrated Valentine's Day. Just like a lot of, like, before, I would have been one of those girls that wanted to get something at work. Like, send me balloons, send me flowers. Like, oh, that's awesome. And now I'm like, I don't care. Because I get that stuff all the time. Every other time. So I think that that's a huge thing that men, like, should think about, or women, on days that is not a holiday.
That society tells you, like, hey,
yeah.
Love your partner. Go get them balloons and flowers and chocolates and
yeah.
a huge teddy bear that's just going to sit there the rest of its life, not cuddled or hugged and be thrown away 10 years from now. Because that's what happens.
But yeah, celebrate every month. Just celebrate your love for each other.
You know what you love? Creating memories. Because a teddy bear is not going to give you a good memory.
I've never
a
liked
lasting
teddy
memory.
Bears. Teddy bears and
roses, they're temporarily there.
Yeah.
But what you love the most, and what I guess you can rejoice in a relationship, is memories. Building memories, creating memories. Good memories that you can talk about years from now. And be like, that's why I loved you. Because you always did that for me. I always had fun in our dates or whatever.
Yeah.
No one's going to remember a Valentine's 5 years ago. Like, remember that Valentine's Day that you called me this and this and this?
No.
I don't remember my Valentines. Sorry to my past Valentines. I don't remember you, whoever you are.
But I do. I think memories are just amazing to create. Like, I'm a very simple girl, and I'm not like like, I need a lot of stuff to be happy. Like, even you just buying me Taco Bell, I'm like, yay, best day ever. So, like,
Taco Bell, not a sponsor.
you don't have to take me to, like, I don't know, an expensive restaurant for me to be happy. You don't have to buy me 10 dozens of bouquets or.
Remember that one guy we saw, like, with 30 balloons coming out?
Oh my gosh, 30 balloons that are just gonna, like, they're just gonna be there for 2 weeks or 3, and then you're gonna get so tired of them, you're just gonna be like, pop.
Inhale the helium and talk
That's
funny.
what you do.
Yeah. Look.
That's
our daughter. Like,
our daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
Balloon.
We have balloons from our daughter's birthday that are just
in December.
Yeah.
Wow. It lasted that long.
Yeah.
Okay, so not 2-3 weeks. It'll last months, but they're just there. I feel like that's a waste of money.
Well,
to me.
what I was thinking when I saw that guy, like, oh, look, that guy's going to give 30 balloons to 30 single women who need to feel loved today. Or whatever.
Aw, that'd be pretty cool.
Because 30 balloons for one girl, I'm like, boy. Give her 30 days of your time.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there's no more valuable thing than time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we spend every second of every day together. And you just want more.
We love it.
You want more, huh?
Yeah.
You want more than, like that song. Spend 24 hours. I need more hours with you.
Baby, you always sing a song.
You were singing that song before we started recording.
I was singing.
Well, that's because of the talk we had about spending more quality time.
I just love spending time with you. It's just like, even though that's not necessarily my love language, I have so much fun. I don't know. I don't understand. Or maybe I do. I think because I've heard some of my friends or people that I've heard talk when they don't want their husband at home all day. Like, no, like, he needs to go out, or yeah, I want to be with my husband.
Yeah, because we got married to be with each other.
Yeah, not for you to be at work or anywhere else.
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have gotten married. But we did. We got married because we wanted to be with each other always.
And that brings up a good point of how our relationship keeps growing strong and stronger. Is that we adapt to each other's needs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm here more often, you think the time that we spend together is not enough anymore. Because before you thought, okay, I came home from work and I'm tired or whatever. So you wanted to give me my space.
Yeah.
And you were fine with that, but now I'm here all day working from home.
Apparently.
So now you want to spend more time. So one good thing is that we've learned, well, that I've always done and you learn to do is to change. Well, not change, but adapt to each other.
Yeah, adapt to each other's needs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one key thing. And that's something that we are getting better at communicating to each other about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know who said this, but if you want to be in hell, then marry someone whose morals or beliefs don't match what you believe.
Yeah.
So you do have to have many similar things together because it's a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if there's any differences, discuss them and come into, like, what do you call it?
An
Compromise?
agreement?
Or compromise or whatever.
An agreement?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that joke. Like, my wife wanted a cat, and I said no, so we compromised and we got a cat.
It should be the other way in our case. Like, my husband wanted a cat, and I said no.
Hold up. It was your idea to get the cat. Because it was one of those nights that you don't remember, apparently.
I just know how happy you are with the cats. So
yeah,
when you're
chill.
happy, I'm happy.
You're chill.
Like, I know happy wife, happy life, but like,
it's also happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly. So when you're happy, like, I'm happy.
We're both happy. We're happy.
We're both happy. This is a happy house. Most of the time. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah. What else? I think as you communicate with your significant other and like not just I don't want to say like don't take advice from family, but listen to what they, because a lot of people I know, I mean, we know what works for our marriage, right? and then people come in and like, oh, you don't get to go out by yourself, or like, oh, like this and that. But I'm happy like this. Like, I don't want to go out by myself. Like, if there's a concert that I want to be at, I want you there. Right? Because we're happy together. We have fun together.
Yeah.
And there's other people who in their life they feel happy not being with their significant other at times. And that's cool for them. But if you know that that works for you, then just go, like, you make your own decisions. Don't let others influence you into doing stuff that you're not happy with.
Yeah. And always take advice, because now we ask the question, like, well, how did you go from Moises and Brenda almost breaking up to Super Moises and Brenda with a stronger relationship than ever? And some key things that we learned is always take advice from people who have fruit in the tree.
Yeah.
So meaning, whatever your goal is for your relationship, find people who are in a relationship with similar morals and goals,
Mm-hmm.
and that they have been successful at it and are there.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to learn to have great marriage, and you go to a guy or a woman who has been divorced 3 times, that person has no idea what it takes to
Mm-hmm.
have a successful marriage.
Yep.
So that's one thing that we learned to do, is to only listen for get advice from people who have fruit in the tree and who are successful in their marriage.
Mm-hmm. Who have the marriage that we want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
There was another thing, but I forgot.
Remember.
Remember what?
I don't know, whatever you're going to say.
Remember.
Remember me.
No, I was doing the Mufasa.
Oh, I was doing Coco. We're so not like... Sorry.
Remember that scene with Mufasa?
¿Cuál?
With Simba?
That was too sad.
Remember who you are.
Oh,
or whatever
yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, remember.
I remember.
I still can't remember what I was going to say.
Well.
It was like 2 key things. It was like, take advice from people with fruit in the tree.
Uh-huh.
The second thing was, I have no idea.
I don't know. Sorry. Also, what about... They say, like, another thing that causes divorce is money. Right?
Yeah. Well, my thoughts on that, and we already told you about it, right? So we agree on that?
What?
About money?
I don't know.
That I don't think it's the lack of money. It's the lack of you doing something about you being in the lack of money.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I think so.
Like, if you're in a relationship and you're lacking money and you're not doing nothing about it, then
Mm-hmm.
that's going to cross over into your relationship and ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that you're poor or anything like that. It's like you're not doing nothing about your situation. Like, if you're in debt and you're barely paying your bills, okay, then do something about it so your relationship doesn't go to ruin.
Instead of just complaining about it, act on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Because we've been in situations where we both are not working,
Mm-hmm.
where only one of us is working.
Mm-hmm.
When only one of us is working and we have 2 kids to feed and a house to pay.
Mm-hmm.
And the thought of separating now, it's never crossed our mind, even when it comes to the lack of money, because we know that we're going to make it work and we're going to be better off in the end, financially and relationship wise.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how we both envision our relationship.
Yeah. True.
And it's something that couples do have to work together
Exactly.
to build.
That's what I was gonna say. Do it together. Don't just expect, like, for yourself. Don't be the one that's like he needs to do it or like she needs to do it. It's his job or it's her job. Like, it's both of you. Like Lisa said in the beginning, it's a partnership. So both of you work on it, and that also comes with like for a long time I thought you needed to change. But now, because of all the mentorship we've had and the books that we've read, I've realized that I have to work on myself and not worry about what you're doing or not doing, but just me be the wife that you need. And you'll become the husband that I need. So don't point fingers at each other. You work on yourself, and your significant other will do the same because you're doing it. Right? Like that. I think that's huge.
I think that's why you changed. Because I kept changing. Like, I'll change until you change.
Yeah.
I'll keep changing until you start changing.
I improved. Yeah.
Well, that brings me into the point I remembered, I guess. I have no idea.
Okay.
But the books we read, one thing that has helped us a lot to learn how to love each other is that book called The 5 Love Languages.
That we mentioned.
Great book.
Yeah. Like we don't just keep mentioning this book because whatever. It's because it's an amazing book. Like, you honestly, you do learn each other's love language, and you start filling that love tank that your husband or wife needs, because it, like, that's huge. Like, love, I don't think that, because people say like people marry for love, but what happens when the love ends? But it shouldn't. If you're filling each other's love tank, the love is still gonna be there.
Yeah.
Love's not gonna end.
That's why where I used to work, a lot of people were, I want to say jealous. They were envious. Because I was known as the guy who loved his wife. I'd always say it. I would always promote it. I'll be like, I love my wife. Obnoxiously. To the point that they got annoyed. I would bring it up in the most, like, random moments. Like, if someone won, like a, what is it? ¿Cómo se llaman esos? Una rifa?
Raffle?
Raffle? If someone won a raffle and I lost, I'll be like, you know what? I'm the real champion because I get to go home to my lovely wife that I love so much.
Oh my gosh, babe.
So they'll be like, ya vas a empezar. And I wouldn't care because a raffle is going to satisfy you for a moment, but a wife is going to satisfy you for life.
Yeah.
Wifey for lifey.
Great job, babe. High five.
Yes. You didn't like, now you like it. When I did it, you didn't like it.
It just put a lot of pressure on me.
What kind of pressure?
Just like, I just felt like people were gonna think I was like this perfect person or perfect wife, which I'm not.
You were afraid of people looking up to you?
They didn't even know me. Like,
exactly.
That was the craziest thing.
You were so famous.
Okay, to our listeners.
I'm pretty sure, even right now, since I don't talk to them anymore, they're like thinking, I wonder how Moises' wife is doing. You know why? Because I promoted you so much.
Like, okay.
They're probably thinking, you know what? Moises is loving his wife right now.
Okay, like, to our listeners, I want them to kind of understand what I'm talking about. So, I didn't know his coworkers. I had never met them. And then that one day that I meet them, or meet one of them, like, oh, you're Brenda. Yeah, my sis talks a lot about you. I'm like, okay, like, what does he say? Like, what am I supposed to do? Do I breathe or I don't know. Like, I was not used to someone talking so much about me that like that other people knew who I was even before I met them. It was kind of strange. But it's cool now, I guess. Right?
I guess. Now you're cool with it because you don't have to deal with them anymore.
Yeah. Because you don't have coworkers.
You're my coworker.
I'm not your coworker.
You're my supervisor.
Yeah. I am. But yeah, I mean, just hopefully some people take something out of this conversation.
Yeah, keep at it.
Yeah, just be strong. Be strong for each other and happy. Just do things that make you guys happy. Communicate. Big thing, like communicate. Talk to each other. If you feel something, like...
Be understanding.
Yeah, be understanding.
Don't be selfish.
Be, I don't know. Be very... I just lost it.
Open-minded. Open-hearted.
Patient. Be very patient too.
Pray to the Lord for patience and He will give you something to be patient about.
No. But yeah, hopefully, I mean, this helped someone.
Yeah,
right?
keep the love going. Valentine's is over, but the love is still strong.
Mm-hmm.
The love is every day. For lifey.
With
Wifey
your
for
wifey.
lifey. Como Bad Bunny dice.
Oh my gosh.
Ni la muerte nos va a separar.
Oh, babe.
Why laughing?
Because, like, seriously, you and your Bad Bunny.
That's the only song that is like, dang, that's deep. No?
Not sponsored by Bad Bunny.
No.
But yeah. Anything else you want to say before we...
El nuero favorito de tu mai. No?
What does that even mean?
El nuero favorito de tu ma.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, she's known her other no longer.
I'm your dad's favorite nerito, so.
You're the only one he knows.
I'm still a favorite, okay?
Alright, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Hope this helped a little bit.
Yeah, let us know what keeps your love tank full and going.
Yeah.
After Valentine's Day is gone.
And if you read that book, also give us some ideas on topics for next time.
Yeah. But other than that, keep the love strong. And we'll see you on the flip side.
And if nobody tells you they
And
love
by
you,
flip side, we mean next episode.
we love you.
We love you too. Not in a wifey, hubby kind of way, but in a friend, stranger kind of way.
Yeah.
Like, we love you, but okay. Don't take it the wrong way.
And if anyone wants to be in our next episode,
What do you have to do? Hand gestures.
I don't know. Let us know. Let us know that you want to be
a guest.
And
be our guest.
We'll set
be
something
our
up.
guest.
Thank you guys for listening. Till next time.
Later.